Hi, my name is Ne0kai, otherwise known as Ne0kai, and I'm a full-time professional CSGO caster and desk analyst. I first used ESEA in September of 2020. It was during COVID. I was working as a full-time accountant, and a friend of mine was playing in ESEA Open, and he kind of asked, why don't you just whack open your stream and cast our games, or at least kind of, do a little kind of watch party of our games. And because of ESEA, the IPs are open; anybody can grab them. I grabbed them, opened my own stream, and that's basically how my entire career started. By casting a friend of mine C60 in ESEA Open, playing with his friends, and it ended up leading to an entire career in commentary, which I never even thought was really a possibility before that. Yeah, I mean, ESA has massively impacted my career. I'd even go to say that, I owe my career to ESA in a way. I started in Open as a bit of a joke. I never really thought of it as anything serious. The first 2, 3 weeks, it was kind of just a bit of a joke, watching alongside some friends. And after a month, I thought I'd give it a go and see what I could do when I tried seriously and gave commentary an actual decent go. And I started to get a fairly decent amount of attention from it. So, I did Open. I started to climb the ranks within ESA as a caster, casting for teams within intermediate, main, advanced, etc. So, without ESA, I probably wouldn't even have a commentating career. I'd probably be working in the finance industry in some way. And, I owe my entire esports career to ESEA. So, it's massively impacted me. And I will kind of be forever thankful for it. Yeah, I mean, ESEA is super important for aspiring casters because I always say, and when I give this advice to people when they reach out, I think casting within CSGO is the easiest way to become a commentator within any esport. No other esport has this system where you have these open IPs, you can watch any game on your own stream in a way that ESEA offers. So, when you look towards kind of advanced as well, those IPs are open and there's some pretty stonking teams within advanced, right? So there's a team you like or players you like, you can so easily whack open your own stream with an IP of a very, very solid team and get some good reps under your belt. So I think ESEA is really, really important for aspiring casters, especially within CSGO, because you can just get some great experience working with either TOs or working with some teams that are playing within main and advanced, and get to cast some really high level CSGO. Yeah, I mean, the best bit of advice I could give it is just to give it a go. It can be quite nerve wracking at the start to really, get over the kind of mental headspace around opening your own stream and casting to a bit of an audience, but it's the best thing for gaining experience. And if you want to kind of a way into the esports industry, especially if you want to be a commentator, it's a really, really good thing to do. When you look towards ESEA as well, anywhere from open to advanced, those IPs, anybody can grab them. You can whack them up in your own stream and get some really good experience as a caster with some really high level CSGO. And even if you look towards advanced heading into season 44 now, right, there is some really big names and big teams competing at a level which anybody can open their own stream and watch. So the best bit of advice I could give, and I'm glad I did it as well, is just give it a go. Because like I was saying earlier, I kind of owe my entire career to ESEA, and I wouldn't be here working in esports as a commentator if it wasn't for starting way back when and open. And all that experience that you gain, no matter the level that you cast within ESEA, it pays off in dividends later down the line. Oh, my favorite moment. That's quite tough. I think I've got two that I've got to throw out there. Probably my first one would be recently. I got to cast the finals of both Asia and EU for ESL Challenger League for season 43. So that was probably one of the biggest moments for me. Getting the opportunity to cast Challenger League and the grand final at that as well was kind of a really big achievement. And it kind of shows that the hard work has really paid off. I've now nearly completed kind of the entire run of the ESEA ladder as well. Or the other one, which is probably one of the most important moments from my entire career, not even just ESEA, was working ESL Pro League Conference, kind of part of the ESEA system. But, the winners of Challenger League got to go towards conference, and I got to do ESL Pro League Conference season 16. So that was in person, a studio gig in Sweden, and that really kind of lit a fire under me to really pursue this as a career. And I don't think if it wasn't for working conference, I might not have really kind of, given it a go and taken the risk of trying to go full time as a freelance commentator. So if it wasn't for conference, I think I probably wouldn't be here right now. So I think potentially conference, I got to meet some really good people, commentate and be a desk analyst with some really, really good teams alongside some really great guys as well. So I would probably say conference is probably one of the biggest achievements of my entire life, career, everything esports, and it all relates to ESEA. Yeah, I mean, for a goal, I think I've only actually really got one thing left to achieve within ESEA, and that's working Pro League, right? I think I've done everything now. Conference is the closest I've got, so that's kind of one step below Pro League. Kind of the winners of conference advance to Pro League, as we saw kind of last season with the likes of your endpoints and your FTWs, etc. So I'd say for me, Pro League is the last thing I've got to do, and then if I commentate on Pro League or work on a desk on Pro League or whatever, I've completed every single step. So I've gone from open, intermediate, main, advanced, etc., all the way up to the top. So that would be like a real full circle moment, kind of a dream come true, right? Especially when I started kind of 2 and a bit years ago, back in September of 2020, to now be able to commentate Pro League, which is kind of the highest level, the best of the best. It would be a dream come true, and it's kind of what every commentator within CSGO aspires to achieve. So for me, I'd probably say Pro League is the last goal for me to really achieve within the kind of the ESEA landscape, and then of course a major after that as well at some point.